In one of my previous videos on livestock fodder, I identified some few types of grasses used in Kenya. In case the video was not clear, I think you can research more on the names that I provided, and then you can narrow down to the plant I was talking about. Today, I want to discuss about how I harvest and store grass. Resources are not always enough or available all the time. Most of the processes I'll be talking about can be mechanized for some farmers, especially the large-scale farmers, but I will show you the manual way nevertheless. I harvest grass manually by slashing it down just after the rainy season. I once used to use grass cutters, but those machines are quite unreliable, as I found out. By the way, tell me, what's your experience with them? After slashing the grass, I leave it to dry in the sun for about 4 to 5 days. Note that baling cannot only be done on grasses, but even legumes like the field beans and even desmodium and many more. So today I want to demonstrate how I do box baling at the farm. I will use this manila twine and this box to represent the wooden box used for the activity. I hope you notice that the box is open on both ends, for the reason you will understand later as I continue to explain. The ideal box is made from timber, and the dimensions vary from farm to farm. I will first improvise ways to hold the string or the twine I will be using for this demo. On the actual box, I like to use the U-nails to help in temporarily holding the string while baling. I am using manila twine, but if you can get the sisal twine, that would be the best. You have noticed that Kenya has not been receiving enough rains for most agricultural activities lately. Last year, in August, a friend was looking for hay desperately. He did get some, but very expensive. It is not a good sight to see how your skinny animals die right under your nose. That breaks any farmer's heart. So, I will clip the twine here and then clip it at the opposite end. After this, you can cut the twine. You place the adjacent line the same way. Baling is a good way of storing and transporting hay. It should be done when the grass is dry, and you should avoid reintroducing moisture via rains or poor storage afterwards, because that can cause mold to grow, something that is dangerous to you and the livestock. Talking about molds, I think I should do a video about aflatoxins, how they get in the food chain, how it spreads, and effects in human and livestock. The best time to harvest the grass is just before flowering. It's the stage when the plant is most nutritious. It has stored maximum food in the tissues. Have you ever wondered why farmers harvest maize before it matures completely for silage making? That's the idea. However, if the weather is still wet at this stage, it is safer to wait until it is sunny for harvesting to take place, unless you have alternative ways of drying the grass that does not depend on the sun. I have noticed there is an increase in youth interested in self-employment lately in Kenya. Youths are talented and energetic and more productive for sure. If that is utilized in a good way, we can have a healthy society and less population in the prisons. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have fun. Please do it, but understand what is fun and the consequences, of course. Back in college, I could spend days watching endless series movies, drinking, and clubbing. No moderation, just waste of time. Aki, do you know there is a point in time in your life you need to lock yourself in a room, kneel down, and directly ask God to give you understanding or discernment of everything around your life? That may also involve avoiding some friends and places you like to visit. If that contributes to the bad vibe in your life, that decision has to be intentional and purposeful, straight from your heart. Rehab, medication, or prison does not give a guaranteed or permanent solution. It's like a snare or a trap, easy to get in, but almost impossible to get out, unless there is a superior power of God and your willingness, of course. I guess I'm starting to sound like a counselor or a psychiatrist in one of those Alcoholic Anonymous groups. If I continue down this road, I may end up exposing my past criminal activities. Anyway, you want to change? You know where to start. Maybe it's time you consider that there could be something good in you, that the devil is mobilizing all the resources to steal, kill, and destroy whatever that is in you. In Kiswahili, they say that it's normal for people to cast stones on a tree with fruits. Remind me what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. After you align the threads, it's time to put the dry grass. The idea is to get maximum packing or compaction. For those farmers who use tractor to do this, the hydraulic force achieves better results than this, but use what you have. Save the cost. Doing it yourselves gives you the confidence of the quality of what you are baling. I remember some few years ago, my uncle bought some bales of rice hay to introduce to his Frisian cows, but they couldn't hit. Even with the molasses as the appetizer, they just looked at it like those guys who stoned Stephen in the Bible. It was a waste of money. Maybe the transporters kept the bales next to diesel, or maybe some chemical contamination. Who knows? I can only guess. That's some of the challenges of acquiring inputs when you're desperate from businessmen out there. Once you tie up the strings, it's time to extract the bale from the box. I hope you'll now understand why the box was left open on the opposite end. I am using my palm to push the bale outside the box. Let's just hope it comes out in one piece. Quang, quang, quang. Does that look like a bale? Can't believe. Please stop staring. Well, you get the point. I feel like I'm learning to bake a cake for the first time. Easier said than done, huh? Now, when you get to the field, the results will be better. With experience, you will do it with your eyes closed. Use your body weight to compress and your legs to extract it. It's exercise. Farmers do it all day. For those who are in the business of selling hay, I think they sell a kilo at 10 shillings. So, if your bale is 20 kgs, you can do the math. It's a good business with minimum inputs. Besides, if the rains aren't enough, you will still harvest, unlike other crops that require more time to harvest. See, I said it's ready before flowering. That's it. After baling, You need to transport the bales from the field to your designated fodder store as soon as possible. The store condition also matters. There shouldn't be leaks on the roof. You should also control or monitor for dust, rats, termites, snakes, thieves, and so on. The fodder should be far from chemicals. And of course, I assume that you know that dry grass is a fuel or a fire hazard. And so, do your fire risk analysis accordingly. Assuming some malicious guys easily access your store, you need just to throw some cigarette stump after smoking. And oops, anyway, I don't mean to scare you with conspiracy theories. But if you know, you know. I hope you have enjoyed or learned something from today's activities. Consider donating via the link on the description of this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. See you in the next video, and God bless you.